Good morning. My name is Jadwiga Andrzejewska. I work at University of Science and Technology in Bydgoszcz at Faculty of Agriculture and Biotechnology at Agronomy Department. The title of today's presentation is Medicinal Plants, Sources and Products. And outline of my lecture is like here: definitions and active substances, history of herbalism, sources of medicinal plants in Poland, medicinal plants as raw material for industry. What does it mean, medicinal plants? We say medicinal plants, herbal plants, herbs. It's a group of plants accumulating secondary metabolites. We call them also active substances. These active substances have an effect on human or animal organisms. The content of active substances in these plants is rather low. It is only 0.5%, 3%, sometimes a little bit more. It seems to be nothing in compared to carbohydrates or protein content, but it works. It is enough to have effect on our organisms. This effect is sometimes strong, sometimes very strong. From about 400,000 species all over the world, 10% are considered as medicinal plants. What is the difference between medicinal plants and spicy plants? Medicinal plants exert an impact on our different systems, like nervous system, digestive, urinary, circulatory system, respiratory system, and immune system. But spicy plants, cause also seasonings, exert an impact on our digestive system. And additionally, they improve taste, smell, and appearance of our food. So, spicy plants belongs to the medicinal group. We can say that it is subgroup of medicinal plants. However, the border between the spicy plants and medicinal plants is very flexible. Example, pepper is a typical spicy plant. Ginseng is a typical medicinal plant. But ginger sometimes is a spicy plant, but sometimes it is used as medicinal plant. Some information about secondary metabolites or active substances. The researchers evaluate now that the number of these compounds is about 50,000, is a lot. And probably each day the new one is discovered. So this large group we can divide for at least 3 absolutely essential groups: alkaloids, glycosides, and terpenes. Terpenes are main component of essential oils. We know about 8,000 of alkaloids. We know such names like caffeine, nicotine, morphine, cocaine, or atropine. We use them almost every day. We use caffeine, some people nicotine, morphine and atropine are used in hospitals. Cocaine is a danger drug. Anyway, when we use these alkaloids, sooner or later they make us addicted. Glycosides is the largest group. We can divide them on some subgroups like coumarins, flavonoids, anthocyanins, saponins, and thioglycosides. I would like to pay attention on the flavonoids and anthocyanins. The flavonoids have a yellow color in nature. They have a large activity: anti-allergic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antibacterial, antiviral, anti-cancer, and anti-diarrheal. They are present in yellow flowers, in yellow leaves, yellow roots, and so on. The next important group are anthocyanins. Indeed, it is pigment, water-soluble pigment, that depending on their pH may appear red, purple, and blue. The richest source of anthocyanins is chokeberry on this picture. But they are also present in blueberry, blackberry, blackcurrant, red grape, elderberry, and in Malva hibiscus. Here I have a herbal tea from Malva hibiscus. It is red because it is slightly acid. Why it is slightly acid? Because Malva hibiscus, except of anthocyanins, accumulates also vitamin C. So it tastes very well. And here the next big groups. Jeszcze raz. And now about essential oils. Essential oil is a mixture of many compounds, but mainly terpenes. The plants which accumulate a lot of essential oils we call aromatic plants. The plants accumulate essential oil in separate reservoirs. They haven't contact with the living cytoplasm because they are detrimental for living cytoplasm. On this picture you can see the typical aromatic plants, lavandula. But here I have also another aromatic plants like peppermint, thyme, sage, oregano, and satureia. You should remember that in one plant is 20, 50, sometimes more different secondary metabolites. And these plants are very beautiful, usually very, very nice, colorful. Sometimes they look like ornamental plants. So we can say also that medicinal plants, it is chemistry plus nice wrapping. It is my own definition. On the picture you can see the blooming sage. How we can separate these active substances from these plants? There are two basic methods. First is extraction. It's using special solvents like ethanol or oils. We can extract alkaloids, flavonoids, phenolic compounds. And the second method is water steam distillation. Using this method, we can separate essential oil. Some words about history. The history of these plants is as long as our civilization. It is well documented. They were used in ancient Assyria, Egypt, in Europe. Hippocrates used them in Greek, ancient Greek, Galen and Dioscurides in ancient Rome, Hildegard of Bingen in the medieval ages, and Paracelsus in the 16th century. It is worth to mention about Avicenna. It was very famous Arabic physician, Arabic doctor. Among others, he developed the method of essential oil distillation. It was in 11th century, 1,000 years ago. The medicinal plants are basic for traditional Chinese medicine and also for the traditional Indian medicine called Ayurvedic medicine. And we know that native inhabitants of Africa, both Americas and Australia, use these plants for treatment. The word herbalism, it is knowledge and use of medicinal plants for treatment. It is based on the knowledge passed down from generation to generation. We can say that it is traditional medicine. By the way, why did Europeans discover America? By accident. They didn't want to discover America. They wanted to discover the new way to India. What for? For transporting of spicy plants, medicinal plants. Anyway, until the 20th century, herbs were widely used to treat people and animals. But in the middle of the 20th century, synthetic medications became dominant. However, in recent years, we observe a move towards the use of plant products again. Poland is one of the largest producers of medicinal plants in Europe. We have two essential sources of medicinal plants. The first one, and the biggest, is the field cultivation. We can cultivate in Poland about 70 different species of herbal plants. And 85–90% of the total raw material comes from field cultivation. And the tendency is increasing. The second source is natural area. We can collect from natural area about 50 or more species. But it is only 10–15% of total raw material. And the tendency is decreasing. And of course, we must import some products, mainly from the tropical regions. What kind of plants we collect from natural area? We mostly collect raw material from trees and shrubs. For example, small-leaved linden. The inflorescence we use for herbal tea against cold. The same is with elderberry, Sambucus nigra. We collect inflorescence and fruits and use them against cold. Additionally, the fruit of elderberry can be used as colorant for food. Horse chestnut, these seeds we use for the production of ointment or gels, for treatment of varicose veins. Now I would like to show some pictures from our Polish fields with medicinal plants. On this picture is valerian. The raw material is root. We use this plant against our nerves. The mint is very common, not only in Poland, but in many countries. It is plant rich in essential oil. Chamomile, one of the oldest medicinal plants. It was used in the ancient Rome time. This picture is also chamomile, but it is my field experiments. Yes, on this stripe you can see the plants after harvesting of inflorescence. Another important plant in our Polish conditions is milk thistle, Silybum marianum. This plant originated from the Mediterranean region, but it is grown in Poland with great success. The yield is fruit. The yield is fruit. From the cover of this fruit we extract the group of flavonolignas that we use again for treatment of our liver. There's also milk thistle. There are pictures from my field experiment with this plant. And caraway, Carum carvi. The yield is fruit. It looks like seeds, but it is fruit. Rich in essential oil. They improve our digestibility. St. George's wort, Hypericum perforatum. It is using for production of antidepressant and also for treatment of our liver. And lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, also. It is also aromatic plants and used to calm down our nerves. Another important plants grown in Poland, thyme, salvia or sage, majorana, ribwort plantain. On this picture is just ribwort plantain. Medicinal plants is a raw material for medicinal plants, cosmetics, food, dyes, plant protection products, it's biopesticides. Medicinal products, we use them in herbalism, it's in traditional medicine, and in modern medicine. The modern medicine with using of the products from medicinal plants we call phytotherapy. Anyway, herbalism is based on the plant raw material like herb, fruit, flower, root, rhizoma. Phytotherapy is based on extract of secondary metabolites. Traditional products are like infusion, decoction, syrup, tincture. We use the raw material for production of them, but we don't know how much of active substances is in these products. So we can drink herbal tea, but we don't know if we have a lot of active substances or maybe nothing. But anyway, they are used very often. In phytotherapy, this is modern medical products called phytopharmaceuticals. They are based on the active substances, extracts of active substances. Some example. Ginkgo biloba improves our cognitive function. St. John's wort is treatment, products for treatment of mild depressions. Another ginseng used as a general tonic and cognitive enhancer, and ginger used against nausea and vomiting. And extracts also from Silybum marianum. I showed it earlier. From this fruit we extract the flavonolignans. It is powder, and we close it in the tablets or capsules, so the doctor can prescribe us the exact dose, like in synthetic medications. Food products. The medicinal plants are used as spices, herbal tea, liqueurs, wine, juice, jam, oil, vinegar. The special part of food are food supplements. They are very popular, very common this time. Food supplements we use for supplementing of our regular diet. And they are often sold in the form of capsules and tablets. They look like the regular medicine products, but indeed it is food. These products are registered as food. Many plants now are used as food supplements. One of them is Equisetum arvense, horse tail, used in order to strengthen our hair and nails. Medicinal plants are also used in cosmetics products. Many cosmetics products contain active substances. Shampoo, soap, moisturizer, perfume, toothpaste, essential oils used for aromatherapy. But the content of active substances in these cosmetics products is usually very low. Why? Because cosmetics must be safe. So it couldn't cause allergy. Only some cosmetics sold in a drugstore contain more active substances. Dyes. Plants were traditionally used for dyeing of textiles. But in the middle of 19th century, they were replaced by synthetic products. Since about 30 years, we observe interest into reintroduction of natural dyes. Example of dye plants. Marigold gives yellow color, walnut brown color, henna red color, oil palm yellow orange, red beet pink red, grapes red blue, and dyer's wood blue color. Very common plant, safflower. We can get from this plant yellow color, brown, orange, or red color. Very interesting pigment, blue, from dyer's wood. And here I have the scarf made of natural silk, and dyeing with natural color. It's no problem to dye the fiber. The problem is to keep it after washing. And it is secret of producer how to do to keep this color. And now, biopesticides, plant protection products. These plants were used more than 2,000 years as a source of plant protection products. In China, India, Egypt, Greece. But in the middle of 20th century, synthetic chemical pesticides became dominant. However, in recent years, we observe a move towards the use of plant products again. Why? Mainly because it's a great demand from the organic farming production. Only 3 examples. Pyretrum is used against Pyretrum is used against wide range of insects. Rotenone from America is used against selective insects. Azadirachtin from India is used against many insects and certain fungi. These plants are also very attractive for pollinators, mainly for honeybees. So instead of annoyance that honeybees will die off, do something for them and set up a herbal garden. I would like to show you some plants grown in Poland. Here is black elder, flowers of black elder and flowers of chamomile. Both of them accumulate flavonoids. They are yellow. Black elderberry is used for herbal tea against cold, and chamomile shows in anti-inflammatory activity. And chamomile shows anti-inflammatory activity. Here, 2 plants, 2 aromatic plants. Mint, used for herbal tea, and caraway, both of them are used for improving of our digestion. Here is evening primrose. This plant is displayed here. The oil from this plant is used for cosmetic production. And milk thistle, very common, very important plants in our agriculture. It is used for production of medications for liver protection and liver treatment. And here, 2 species used as a colorant. Yeah? Malva gives red or blue color, depending on pH. And calendula gives orange color, and this is a source of flavonoids, this is a source of anthocyanins. If you are interested in medicinal plants, I invite you to the course for Erasmus program students conducted at University of Science and Technology in Bydgoszcz. Thank you very much.